the hate army troll.
It's the hate army,
bro. Hate army.
Shout out to hate.
Good vibes to the
Shout
hate
out to
army.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out
Shout
for
out to
hate.
hate.
Shout out to hate.
Shout out for
Shout
hate.
out for hate.
Am I planning to do an interview with Mutahar? When you say Mutahar, isn't that guy? Some Ordinary Gamers, I think is his name on YouTube. So, if you want, would you like to hear the story? Because basically this happened. I guess there was a little bit of interaction with me and him on Twitter a couple months ago, and literally no one has asked me about this since then. So basically, I guess the guy doesn't like me, and he's done many stories about me over the years. How he hates me, how he thinks that I'm a bad person, a bad gamer. I very much unfairly, I make YouTubers look bad. I have no idea how he ever came to that conclusion, but apparently he doesn't like me. Okay, so a few months ago, for whatever reason, I can't even remember what it was, like someone had said that they wanted to interview me again. Now, I had an interview earlier this year. You know how it went. I told you guys I'm not interested in any further interviews. I don't give two shits about what anyone has to say. I just want to make my content and be left alone. Correct? In fact, really the reason I'm not interested in an interview is how it affected you guys. You guys told me for like 2 months after that Sidescrollers interview that all it was drama for you guys, and you didn't want to deal with that. You just wanted to have fun with me on stream, and you hated that it went that way. Please don't do this nonsense anymore. So I've done my best this year to stay out of drama. Correct? So, basically, I guess there was discussion on like Twitter, and again, I don't know because I have all these people blocked or whatever. I'm not paying attention. That people wanted to interview me, and I guess this guy Mutahar was one of them, and he had said that he was going to pay me $5,000 for an interview. All right, but I had him blocked on Twitter. He's like, if people could get him to unblock me, I'd like to talk to him. All right, so I unblocked him, and he DM'd me, and all he basically said was, DSP is a pedophile. DSP is a thief. DSP is a greedy fuck.
Phil's a nigger.
Darkside Phil is a scammer and a pedophile, and he plays mobile games. I want to do an interview with you. I'll pay you $5,000 for it, and I want to cover common questions and things that people have on the internet about you. He says it would not be personal, meaning when he says that, it would not be about your wife. It would not be about family members. It would essentially be about you and your streaming, your business, and how you operate your business, and all kinds of shit like that. All right? And really, it was a very nice message. He was very respectful. And within that day, I responded right back to him. I said, first of all, and this is, I'm just paraphrasing, but first, I said, first of all, I'm not accepting any payment for any interview. I refuse. I'm not important enough of a person to accept payment for an interview. So the answer is no, I would not accept your offer of $5,000. I said, if you want to pay something, you could donate it somewhere. If we did an interview, go donate $5,000 to a charity, or we could talk about a charity to donate it to, because I don't want to be a part of accepting payment for an interview. But hey, maybe if it goes to a good cause, then something good comes out of it, right? And what I responded was, it's this simple. I don't want to talk about the same drama shit that everyone already asked me about. Like, the whole point of me doing that interview with Sidescrollers in March was very simple, so that all of the answers are in one spot. If you want to see my side or my take or my answers on some of those, what I feel are really stupid personal questions that have nothing to do with my business, but if that's what you want, the answers are there. They already asked all the questions. I answered to the best of my ability, and those answers are never going to change because they're truthful, right? So why, if you ask me an interview and you ask me the same fucking questions that those guys asked me, you're going to get exactly the same answers. You have nothing different, right? So I said, so no, if the interview is going to be about that same stuff, then the answer is no, I'm not interested. However, if you want to do interviews about anything else, you want to talk about games, you want to talk about, hey, my work ethic. Hey, you know what? If people had issue with the amount that they think I e-beg, fine, we could talk about that. I'm down for that. But the thing is, I don't want us to talk about the same bullshit that people keep bringing up over and over. The fucking mobile game shit and the fucking bankruptcy shit. The shit that's no one's business, by the way. It never should have been anyone's business. It's stuff that people force to the forefront as a reason not to like me, despite the fact it has nothing to do with what I do on my streams at all. Nothing, right? How many times have we talked about that stuff in the last many months that I've told you guys I'm done with drama? Zero. How much fun have we had on stream because we're not talking about it? Tons, right? So that's why. Why the fuck would I ever have to bring that shit up ever again? It doesn't affect any of the content we make together. So, what, you know, again, it's like to entertain these morons out there who just want to keep doing ridiculous stuff, right? The interview in March served the purpose that it served, and it's good for that. You want to see my answers to bullshit? Watch the interview. You don't have to believe my answers, but you know what my answers are. There's no point in me ever doing a second interview about the same topics. My answers will never change because it's truthful answers from me. Okay? So, what I did bring up, I said, I think if you want to have a good interview, sure, let's, you know, bring up the stuff that you don't like about me, like the eBaying or whatever, but let's talk about that Sidescrollers interview. Let's talk about how those guys all became fucking snakes after the fact, and literally for the last many months have profited directly off of slandering me and everything about me. Because I think that would be something people would like to hear about. Because it's pretty obvious that's exactly what they've done. And take a look at their behavior, not only with me, but others since then. I think that would be a great interview exposing how bad they are as people, as content creators, right? I'm willing to talk about that or anything else you want. Just don't ask me the same questions, okay? So that was my response to him. I have never heard from him since. No response whatsoever. He just, as if I never responded. Didn't even say, oh, thanks for the response. He just never responded. So the answer is, no, I'm not doing an interview with this guy because apparently he wasn't interested in anything besides the same exact drama questions that have already been asked, expecting that my answers would change, which they were not going to, because I've already said my piece of the truth about the situation, and that's that. So, there you go. It's that simple, right? So, you know, if they're not going to get what they want out of it, you know, and no, it didn't hit a spam folder because it was through DMs on Twitter. So he definitely read it. He just didn't care for my answer, and that was it. Never heard from him again. So there you go. Okay.
Typically helps me more than anything.